Stop everything you are doing because the architectural foundation of the music industry just shifted in a way no one, not even the most dedicated fans, could have ever predicted. Tonight, the bright lights of Studio 6B witnessed a moment so raw and monumental that it instantly rendered every other celebrity headline obsolete and sent social media servers into a total meltdown. We aren't just looking at a successful musical collaboration anymore. We are looking at the debut of the world's most powerful romantic duo, as Rosé and Bruno Mars officially went public. From the shock on Jimmy Fallon's face to the intimate whispers shared between the two icons, every second of this broadcast felt like a turning point in pop history. This is the exclusive breakdown of the night. The APT stars finally admitted that their chemistry wasn't just for the cameras, it was the start of a lifelong commitment. Get ready as we dive into the engagement, the secret romance, and the groundbreaking joint album that is about to redefine the global music charts forever. The energy inside the Rockefeller Center studio was nothing short of combustible as Jimmy Fallon prepared to introduce the two most talked about artists of the decade. When the doors finally swung open, Rosé and Bruno Mars emerged not as distant colleagues, but as a united front, walking in perfect synchronization toward the cheering crowd. The visual was striking. Rosé in a sleek high-fashion ensemble and Bruno radiating his trademark vintage cool, yet both shared a look of profound relief and shared excitement. They didn't head for separate chairs. Instead, they gravitated toward the same sofa, sitting remarkably close as they settled in for the interview. The audience's roar was so deafening that Jimmy had to wait nearly 2 full minutes before he could even attempt to speak his opening line. It was immediately clear to everyone watching that this wasn't going to be a standard promotional appearance for a single song. Jimmy leaned across his desk, his eyes darting between the two stars with the kind of genuine curiosity that only a momentous occasion can spark. He wasted no time, addressing the pink elephant in the room by asking if the rumors about their relationship were finally something they were willing to confirm. A heavy, expectant silence fell over the studio as Bruno reached over and gently took Rosé's hand, offering a supportive squeeze before looking directly into the lens. With a steady voice and a smile that reached his eyes, Bruno finally said the words millions had been waiting for. "She's my person, Jimmy." Rosé nodded, her face flushed with a mixture of shyness and absolute joy, confirming that their bond had grown far beyond the studio walls. The confirmation was so direct and heartfelt that the audience erupted into a second, even louder wave of emotional applause. As the initial shock subsided, the couple began to pull back the curtain on how their secret romance actually started during the creative process for their hit single. They described long nights in the recording studio where the technical discussions about melodies and rhythms slowly transformed into deep, personal conversations about life and legacy. Rosé admitted that she was initially intimidated by Bruno's legendary perfectionism, but she quickly found a soulmate who shared her intense passion for the craft. Bruno countered by saying that Rosé's perspective and vocal genius brought a new sense of color and emotion to his world that he didn't know was missing. They found common ground in their shared experiences as global travelers who often felt isolated by the very fame they had worked so hard to achieve. It was this mutual understanding of the pressures of stardom that acted as the ultimate glue for their blossoming and very private relationship. The conversation took an even more serious and beautiful turn when Jimmy asked about their long-term vision for their lives together outside of the spotlight. Bruno took a deep breath, looked at Rosé with undeniable adoration, and revealed that they have already committed to a future that includes a walk down the aisle. He explained that while they aren't rushing the ceremony, the promise to marry is official, and they consider themselves forever partners, in every sense of the word. Rosé added that finding a partner who respects her culture, her career, and her soul was something she had prayed for but never expected to find so soon. Jimmy sat back in his chair, visibly moved, noting that he had never seen two people in the industry look so genuinely grounded and certain. The news of their impending marriage transformed the interview from a celebrity update into a legitimate, modern-day fairy tale for the digital age. Just when the viewers thought the surprises were over, the duo dropped the professional bombshell that will likely dominate the music industry for the next several years. They officially announced the completion of a full-length collaborative studio album, a project they have been working on in total secrecy for the past 8 months. This is not a collection of remixes or a short EP, but a massive 14-track journey that explores the complexities of their love and their shared musical heritages. They described the sound as a collision of worlds, blending the high-gloss precision of K-pop with the gritty, soulful heartbeat of classic funk and R&B. Bruno noted that this album contains some of the most vulnerable writing of his entire career, thanks to the safety he feels with Rose. For her part, Rose described the recording process as a liberation, allowing her to explore vocal ranges and styles that her fans have never heard before. The logistical effort required to keep a project of this magnitude secret was a feat of modern engineering and absolute loyalty from their small inner circle. They recorded in remote locations, often traveling under aliases and utilizing private studios in the middle of nowhere to avoid the prying eyes of the paparazzi. Rose laughed as she told a story about sneaking into a studio in the London countryside, wearing a literal disguise just to avoid being spotted with Bruno. They wanted the music to be finished and the relationship to be solid before they allowed the world to have any say in their narrative. This level of intentionality is rare in today's fast-paced media cycle, where every move is usually leaked or teased months in advance for clicks. Their ability to protect their peace is a testament to how seriously they take both their art and their commitment to each other. Jimmy asked about the track list, and while they kept the titles mostly under wraps, they did tease a song that was written the night they decided to be together. They described it as a sweeping cinematic ballad that features a live orchestra and a vocal performance that they both hope will stand the test of time. The album reportedly moves through different moods, ranging from high-energy dance tracks that will dominate clubs to stripped-back acoustic moments that feel like a private conversation. They emphasized that every song was a true 50-50 collaboration, with both artists producing, writing, and arranging every single note together in the room. There were no remote sessions or emailed verses. Every moment was captured live, reflecting the real-time energy of their connection and their shared musical vision. This hands-on approach ensures that the album will have a cohesive, intimate feel that is often lost in big-budget celebrity collaborations. The cultural impact of this union is already being analyzed by experts who see it as the ultimate bridge between the Western music market and the global K-pop phenomenon. By joining forces, Rose and Bruno have created a superpower that transcends language barriers and traditional genre definitions, appealing to a truly universal demographic. This isn't just a win for the fans. It's a massive shift for the industry that proves the power of authentic, cross-cultural storytelling in the modern era. We are seeing two masters of their craft at the absolute peak of their powers, choosing to build something together rather than compete for the top spot. The Bruno-Rose effect is already influencing fashion trends, social media aesthetics, and even the way other artists are looking at their own future collaborations. It is a masterclass in how to leverage star power to create something that feels both commercially massive and deeply, personally meaningful. During the lighter moments of the interview, they shared couples trivia that gave fans a hilarious glimpse into their daily lives when they aren't on a global stage. Bruno joked that Rose is surprisingly the one who stays up the latest, often dragging him back into the studio at 3 a.m. to fix a single vocal ad-lib. Rose fired back by revealing that Bruno is a secret nerd who spends hours researching vintage synthesizers and can talk about drum sounds for an entire afternoon. These small, humanizing details made the couple feel accessible and real, breaking down the wall between the idols and the people they truly are behind the scenes. They laughed about their different coffee orders and the way they have had to learn each other's slang and cultural nuances over the last year. It was these unscripted moments of laughter that truly sold the reality of their relationship to the millions of skeptical viewers watching at home. As the interview drew to a close, the focus returned to the fans who have supported them individually for over a decade and are now witnessing this new chapter. Rose took a moment to address her fans directly, her voice trembling slightly as she thanked them for giving her the space to grow and find happiness. She promised that her work with Bruno doesn't mean she is leaving her roots behind, but rather that she is bringing her roots into a brand new beautiful garden. Bruno echoed this sentiment, praising the passion of the global K-pop community and expressing his excitement to join forces with such a dedicated and talented group of people. They emphasized that this album is a gift to everyone who has ever believed in the power of music to bring people closer together. Their gratitude felt sincere, a far cry from the rehearsed PR statements that usually accompany such high-profile and potentially controversial celebrity announcements. Jimmy, never one to miss a beat, asked the question on everyone's mind: when can we see you guys perform this live on a global stage? While they didn't announce specific dates, They confirmed that a world tour is currently being designed to be the most immersive musical experience ever created. They want to visit every continent, creating a show that feels like a massive celebration of love and music, rather than just a standard concert tour. They are looking into innovative stage designs that will allow them to be as close to the audience as possible, maintaining that sense of intimacy they found in the studio. The ticket demand is expected to be unprecedented, likely breaking records for the fastest-selling tour in the history of live entertainment across several major countries. Fans are already starting to save up, knowing that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see two legends share a single microphone and a single heart. The interview concluded with a moment that will undoubtedly be GIF-ed and shared for the rest of eternity as the credits began to roll. As Jimmy thanked them for their time, Rose leaned over and gave Bruno a quick, affectionate kiss on the cheek, which he followed with a beaming, proud smile. They stood up, waved to the crowd, and walked off the set exactly as they had arrived, hand in hand and completely in sync with one another. The camera caught a final glimpse of them sharing a private laugh as they disappeared behind the curtain, away from the studio lights and back into their shared world. The studio audience remained standing, cheering long after the stars had left the room, fully aware they had just witnessed a piece of history. It was the perfect ending to a night that felt more like a cultural shift than a simple television appearance. Social media metrics are currently off the charts, with hashtags related to the couple occupying the top 10 trending spots globally across every major platform. Fan artists are already producing stunning work depicting the couple, while theorists are dissecting every word of the interview for hidden clues about the album's release date. The Rose-Bruno relationship is being hailed as the romance the world needed, providing a sense of genuine joy in a news cycle that can often feel heavy. Celebrities and fellow musicians are also weighing in, with many expressing their awe at how the duo managed to keep such a massive secret for so long. The respect they have garnered for the way they handled this reveal is immense, setting a new bar for how high-profile couples navigate their private lives. It's not just a trend, it's a movement that is uniting disparate corners of the internet in a rare moment of shared excitement. From a business perspective, the announcement is a masterstroke that has already caused a surge in the stock prices of the respective labels and parent companies involved. Analysts are predicting that the joint album will not only debut at #1 in over 100 countries, but will also stay there for a record-breaking number of weeks. The synergy between Rosé's massive digital presence and Bruno's consistent radio dominance creates a perfect storm for commercial success that few other pairings could achieve. Merchandising opportunities are also endless, with fans already clamoring for Rose x Bruno branded apparel and limited edition vinyl sets that have yet to be announced. This is a project that will likely sweep the major awards categories in the coming year, from the Grammys to the various international music ceremonies. They aren't just making music, they are building a commercial empire founded on a very real and very profitable love story. However, beyond the numbers and the fame, there is a palpable sense that this relationship has profoundly changed both artists on a personal and spiritual level. You could see it in the way Rosé's confidence seemed to radiate from within, and in the way Bruno's usual showman persona was replaced by something more quiet and settled. They have found a sanctuary in each other, a place where they don't have to be the idols or the superstars, but can simply be two people who love to make art. This authenticity is what resonates most with the audience, who can sense when a celebrity relationship is built on substance rather than just style. Their story serves as a reminder that even in the most manufactured of industries, something truly organic and beautiful can still take root and flourish. This is why the world is so invested. We aren't just watching a couple, we are watching a transformation of two people we have followed for years. The upcoming months will be a whirlwind of activity as they prepare for the album launch, music video releases, and the inevitable press tours that will follow. Every public appearance will be scrutinized for more details about the wedding, the music, and their life together, but they seem more than prepared for the attention. They have built a strong wall of privacy around their relationship that will likely serve them well as the hooligan blink frenzy continues to intensify. Their strategy of being open about their commitment, while keeping the intimate details for themselves, is a healthy blueprint for any modern couple in the public eye. As long as they have each other and the music, it seems like there is very little the world can do to shake their foundation. We are entering a new era of music where the biggest story isn't just a song, but the two people who found each other through the notes. As we look toward the future, the Rosé and Bruno era promises to be filled with some of the most innovative and emotional music of our lifetime. We are standing at the beginning of a journey that will likely define the mid-2020s, much like the legendary musical couples of the 60s and 70s defined their own generations. Their announcement on Jimmy Fallon was the opening chapter of a book that we will all be reading together, one song at a time, for many years to come. Whether they are performing in a stadium of 80,000 or sitting on a talk show sofa, their connection remains the most compelling part of the narrative. This is the power of two stars deciding to shine together rather than alone, creating a light that is twice as bright and twice as beautiful. It is a win for the artists, a win for the fans, and a win for the power of a really great love story. We want to know what you think about this world-stopping news. Did you see this coming? Or were you as shocked as Jimmy Fallon himself? Drop your favorite moments from the interview in the comments below, and tell us which track from the upcoming album you are most excited to hear. Are you already planning your outfits for the world tour? And do you think they will choose a private ceremony or a massive public wedding? The conversation is just getting started, and we want you to be a part of it as we track every single update on this legendary power couple. This is a moment we will all remember. The night the king of funk and the queen of K-pop became the new royal family of music. Stay tuned for our deep dive analysis into the secret meanings behind their performance and what the future holds for Rosé and Bruno. Thank you for watching our comprehensive breakdown of the night that changed everything, and make sure you stay subscribed for more exclusive content on your favorite artists. We will be right here with you through every single milestone of the Rosé and Bruno journey, providing the context and the coverage you won't find anywhere else. From the first single drop to the day they say "I do," our channel is your home for everything related to the biggest power couple in the world. Hit that like button if you're as happy for them as we are, and share this video with every music lover in your life who needs to see this historic reveal. The world is watching, the music is playing, and the love is real. What a time to be a fan of these two incredible legends. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep listening, and keep believing in the power of a perfect harmony.